In your city with them stoners, bend the corner, bend the corner. I'm in Portland in that foreign, that's a thong. Straight out the corner. Smoking loud from Seattle, supersonic. We on that loud. We been drinking, ain't no driver, Uber coming. Up out of cloud. On that moon rock, cause I'm a shooting coming. Cause I'm a star. I'm on that moon rock, so I be walking on it out the jar. In the country, out the country, I'm just country. Country grandma. Horsepower, make a nigga act a donkey. Kiss me riding through your city, bend the corner, bend the corner. Every time I lead the back, I bend the corner, I bend the corner. H-Town, A-Town, California. We on the block, burning gas, burning rubber, bend the corner. We bout to jump passing that gas, while my foot smashing that gas, and my car passing that ass. Got a $100 on my dash. Kiss me riding through your city, bend the corner, bend the corner. Every time I lead the back, I bend the corner, I bend the corner. In your city, bending corners, copping guns. Oh, where is that? I just drive through that corner like McDonald's. Pick up that sack. I just pull up on the mama like a mama. Kobe Bryant at a lunch, smoking gas. We be lunching. I got blue dot in my cup with a red dot in their head. When I came through the check, I made all them heads drop dead. I got ain't like hell, and these watch like feds. About to kill that club, let that whole pocket like red. Kiss me riding through your city, bend the corner, bend the corner. Every time I lead the back, I bend the corner, I bend the corner. H-Town, A-Town, California. We on the block. Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. We are the mob. M to the O-B. Make sure everybody coming in, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it on down the line. Hit the like button. We need that. It is appreciated because we are the mob. Memphis Over Bull live podcast. Memphis, 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 Memphis. Chat mob, you in the building? I'll let you boy if you have any technicalities, because I need to hear, know what you got going on your end. Before we get into it, so I want to go back over this. Y'all know how we do it. You know how we do it at the MOB. And we didn't put a show graphic up in the corner. I don't know. But, you can't play crazy even when you are Memphis. And see, that's what I'm talking about. What we deal with here, and what we talk about here a lot, is the mental health of our people. Like some things we see, we laugh at to keep from crying, right? And it's like, are we seeing the end result of mental health, poor mental health? If you don't address this in the early stages, right? It's kind of hard to beat it after the fact. And trust me, I do believe these people are a tad bit insane, to say the least, if not totally insane. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to discuss on today's show. First story. Man. This is one to talk about. And it keeps happening. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. So we're going to share these stories. I'm going to elaborate on them as we share them, as they play, because sometimes things come out in the news stories I don't really touch on. I think I have to touch on these details so people can really know what we are and what we're focused on. Let me go ahead and get you the news today. Today, in North Memphis, man shot, killed. All right, so that's always on the news, but here we do it differently. We focus on the news from a different perspective. And, I appreciate everybody rocking with me, understanding what we are and what we represent. We try to have, different approaches, not just the news being reported. We give you all the real. All right, in this first story, I want to get to this because we have a lot of topics that go with what the main topic is about. When I say crazy, I mean insanity. And I mean, we're playing that, but sometimes it's too late. How much of that responsibility is on us? When we're on the news saying how good our children are and they wouldn't do anything to anybody. And I support my people because I know what we had to go through. But then again, I also know things that we ignore. Anyway, I'll touch on that a little bit more with this first story. 19-year-old young man lost his life while in the custody of the police here in Memphis. Check this out.
The news at 5 calls for police video to be released after a 19-year-old man dies after an encounter with Memphis police. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst. The family of Courtney Ross and others gathered today to protest his mysterious death after an altercation last week with officers in Midtown. WRG's Alex Coleman tells us the family now has several demands for MPD and Chief C.J. Davis.
Please, that's not right. We need answers. I want to see how my son cried out to me.
In front of Memphis Police Department headquarters, a father's anger, heartbreak, and pain.
Also, I want to say this. Before I say anything about this story, we always ask for the fathers to be present. And we have one here. So before I say anything else about the story, shout out to this black father being present here today. And I don't want to hear anybody else talking about saying in the comments or under this video, hey, where was he before when his son was out? Let's not focus on the negative right now. There's a positive. Because when we share these news stories, it's always the grandmother or the mother. Sometimes not even them. So when I see a black man, father that cares, this helps what we're pushing, the narrative that we're pushing.
He wasn't nobody, he was somebody. That was my son, my heart, my everything. I just want answers.
Courtney Ross Sr. is demanding answers about the death of his son, 19-year-old Courtney Ross.
My son didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. Call me. That's the person he needs.
Ross, along with other family members and protesters, shouted through megaphones and held signs asking why Courtney died in a hospital a short time after being in police custody last Friday in Midtown.
We're here today demanding, not asking, demanding. It's a difference. We want to see the body cam footage. We want to see the dash cam footage. We don't know what happened.
We just know we don't have a feeling right now because we don't know what took place and we need answers. We're trying to find out what happened to, I want to know what happened to my grandson.
Last Friday, Memphis police say they got a call stating Ross was rummaging through boxes and were also told a man was looking into vehicles and going through mailboxes.
All right, see, this is, shout out to Onika, shout out to Alicia, I appreciate chat mob, the ladies of the chat mob showing the love. Shout out to that, I appreciate y'all. You know, the brothers, we got y'all, you know, women are more on point with the time than us, you know what I'm saying? Not in the middle of the day, not getting ready to go. All right, so like I said, they say he was looking through mailboxes and looking through car windows and going through trash. That's what the police were called for. We don't know how true this is. This is all alleged at this point, but the police did have a reason for showing up. Now, based on what the father said, son would never do anything like this. So it makes us think, what was going on? You know, why was he in Midtown, sir? 19-year-old, wandering around in people's yards and in people's mailboxes. That's not going to end well. Did he have anything going on mentally? If not, I mean, what was it? I mean, we're in support of you. That's what I'm saying. We're in full support of our people. If something fraudulent or foul was going on, hey, I'm with you. Trust me, bro. If you watch this show, you can watch any episode. No, I'm totally with my people. But it's just like we got to watch where we use these bullets. We only have so many, right? So we're firing shots at everything and everybody. We don't know really the reason behind this. I have to ask a question because I'm not in support of that. If you breaking in cars, you know, breaking in folks' homes or whatnot, be it. Because you understand this isn't coming from a racist place. This is coming from a real place. All right, so, yeah, we're not in support of that. If he was doing it now, this is what they're reporting.
Police say after chasing Ross, he resisted being handcuffed, but was eventually taken into custody and placed in the squad car.
He's a good kid.
One more pause. Now, he resisted arrest and then was placed into a squad car. All right, that makes me think it was a scuffle
maybe a couple little pat, 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 pat. Hey, I'm just saying, until we see the body cam footage, usually when there's someone resists arrest, it doesn't end peacefully. The police become very, very aggressive. Very, very, I mean, you know, and he resisted arrest. Maybe he didn't know what was going on. Like I said, a lot of variables in these stories, man, that we have to figure out. That's why I just released the body cam footage. He has values. He has morals. He was scared. He ran because he was scared.
Officers claim they noticed Ross appeared to be out of breath and exhausted from running. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. His family and friends say something doesn't add up and want transparency from city leaders.
We're not gonna stop until we see it. C.J. Davis, the chief of police, Mayor Strickland, the city mayor, Mr. Murray. We wanna see that.
You all know me, I'm recognizable. I just need answers.
Alex Coleman, WREG TV, News Channel 3.
Yeah, that's, man. Boy, good old Memphis. Who needs CNN with local Memphis news, man? Right. Mr. Price Burnett, the Dragon. Price the Dragon, man, in the building. What's up, Price? I know you got something to say about that one. Let's go to the chat mob. Alicia says he started running from them with the heat index. Could it have been a medical emergency? It's hot as hell. You can't breathe outside. I know. I've almost had a heart attack myself just getting in the car in the middle of the day, so I understand that. So it could. That's what I'm saying. So many different factors here that could have happened. There are one thing what we can agree on, though, if everything in this video that said is true, your ass can't be looking in folks' cars and going through their trash and going through their mailboxes. I don't give a damn. I'm just, you know, if you're doing that, somebody else might shoot you. Then the police get you and finally come there, you run from them. I don't know, this is what I'm saying. The thing with me, I'm going to say, I got to say this before we move on, because if you crazy, you can't even play crazy. Even if you are crazy in Memphis, you'll lose your life. This is what I'm going. Goes with the show topic, the main title, rather. Where y'all get that from when you're afraid of the police run? I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, like I said, I'm for you, brother. I hope they release their footage. I'm curious. I want to know to my people, where do we get that from? Where was that taught? I was taught to remain calm, speak clearly, and break their phone out and hit record. I wasn't taught like I'm up to be afraid of the police and run, because two scared people, one allegedly being a criminal, the other definitely having a gun, mace, batons. I mean, I'm calm. Like I said, so, I mean, the father said he was afraid. He ran because he was afraid. I don't know about that, Pops. Like I said, that's your son. That's your son. But if there is any foul play, trust me, this is the platform that we will continue exposing it. We'll keep pushing that until justice is served. But like I said, we just got to know where we are on this, man. But like I said, even if that's your son and he suffers from some kind of chemical imbalance in his mind, suffers from mental health issues, I mean, you got to make sure that he's not wandering in the streets, or is he on drugs? I hate to say all that, or is it just hot? It's too much shit, man. Just wait. We need details, sir, before I can fully go at these people for you, man. Because there's a lot of things going on out in the streets, brother, and people ain't getting down like they used to. All right. Now, I got two people that clearly are out of their minds. I don't even know if that goes for that story. I want to update you all on the girl that killed the baby girl that was found in the trash outside of her home a few weeks ago. She was found in the trash, right? So my thought is, hey, lock her ass up, give some kind of evaluation, bam, bam, all of that. But I remember I said this. I want everybody to keep in mind how they treated Casey Anthony, who walked away from this. Is what I said when we covered this story, and how they treating this young black lady, young black woman who's clearly out of her damn mind for what happened with all the details. Now,
in her 4-year-old daughter's death has been ruled competent to stand trial. 24-year-old Brittany Jackson was arrested after reporting her daughter Sequoia had disappeared from their home in June. Sequoia's body was later found in a garbage bin outside of the family's home. Brittany Jackson is charged with aggravated child neglect, abuse of a corpse, and filing a false report. She is due back in court September 7th. The USDA.
So she has been deemed competent. I mean, bro, that's what, how did they determine that? Like, because remember the dude that shot, the dude that dressed up like the Joker that shot the movie theater up, deemed insane. One of the dudes that shot the schools up, I think it was Sandy Hook, insane. All of these people are deemed insane. So how is someone that hides a child that they gave birth to for 9 months, push out our own body, flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, and your boyfriend kills the child and you decide to hide it? That's insane to me. I ain't saying she shouldn't do it in the jail time, but it's without a doubt, your ass is out of your mind. Without a shadow of a doubt, your ass is out of your mind. So that didn't work for her. So, so that's what I'm saying. We can't play the crazy card. I know she's crazy, but she just can't do it. Yeah. JA exclusive. Yeah. So understand that, man. It's just, Jay said keep hitting her with the real. Jay, you know, man, we don't run out of it. Real is in me, not on me. Y'all worry about these real chains and real brand and all of that. Man, I got on designer. No, it's not. Real is never on you, brother. It's always in you. Y'all take that with you. You can have on the best jewelry, the best platinum chains. If you are not real from within, it's pointless, brother. But yeah, she tried to play that card, didn't work out so well for her. All right, so that goes with this. Now, another update on the guy that played the young man that shot the news up. You remember him? All right.
It is a case that has been continued time and time again. This time, Jared Nathan, while inside Judge Karen Massey's courtroom, spoke only to his public defender. The 26-year-old is charged with 4
public defender. You shot the news. What's going on? You got a public defender. Man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, y'all. We gotta be better than this. Gotta be smarter.
Felonies, including several counts of aggravated assault and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. It was the 1st of May when Nathan was taken into custody here along South Highland in the East Button area, arrested and accused of firing a single round into a Memphis television station before barricading himself inside a neighboring restaurant. We spoke to his mother on that day.
If this is an attention that my son is wrong, then his mama gonna give him some help.
Mom. Y'all already needed help, Mama. It's too late, Mama. It's too late, Mama. They have him in custody. He has a public defender. Your help is not the kind of help that they're going to give him. The state is now going to help him. The state owns him, man. It's too late for that. Even I know he got a problem if he shot the news up. I know good and damn well something's wrong with him. Without a doubt. Mama? Come on now. We gotta hold ourselves accountable.
From his big sister, Marnisha Nathan, who we spoke with following one of his earlier hearings. 2 weeks after the entire ordeal, she told us her brother was shot 7 times last June, at which time things quickly spiraled out of control.
Jared lost everything. Jared, he was an entrepreneur. Jared had 2 houses. He was selling cars, but the streets don't love him back.
Not much was said or even shared today, with Nathan only having a conversation with his public defender before he was quickly taken back to lockup. However, this case is expected to be anything but quick, as continuances are delaying the final judgment. Checking court records, what we know is mental evaluations were requested in May, June, July, as well as August. Each request has since been continued. However, we could learn more in October when Jared Nathan is set to go back before the judge. We'll certainly keep you posted. Reporting outside the Criminal Justice Center, Jordan Patterson, WRNG.
You see, this, you heard what his sister said. He got shot 7 times, lost everything, lost all his friends, lost all his clothes, lost all his money, he was selling homes. See, this is why you can't invest your life in those things. How you can't? The videos aren't playing. Oh. Okay, none of the news video clips are playing, right? Is that just Onika not able to hear y'all? Holler at me, chat mob. Y'all can't hear the videos? Let me try this.
It is a case.
Oh, you mean the last video didn't play? All right, let me check it. Okay, you're right. Got you. Thanks. I appreciate that, nigga. Chat mob, I always keeping your boy on point. Let's roll that. I'm gonna roll that back one more time, y'all. None of them? Okay, bet. Appreciate that, y'all. You know what? I hate that happen, man. But y'all know I gave you a play-by-play on that. Let's get this back here.
That has been continued time and time again. This time, Jared Nathan, while inside Judge Karen Massey's courtroom, spoke only to his public defender. The 26-year-old is charged with 4 felonies, including several counts of aggravated assault and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. It was the 1st of May when Nathan was taken into custody here along South Highland in the East Bunton area, arrested and accused of firing a single round into a Memphis television station before barricading himself inside a neighboring restaurant. We spoke.
I'm gonna let y'all hear what Mama said, then we'll go to the next door.
To his mother on that day.
If this is the attention that my son is drawing, then his mama gonna get him some help. Today, we're gonna do a lot of praying.
A shared sentiment from his big sister, Marnisha Nathan, who we spoke with.
That's what I'm saying. Mama's gonna get him some help. Mama's too late for that, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just, at this point, they own them. I know I can hear the pain in her voice. But understand that's what we create this for, to avoid these things. We need our own community and our own communication within our community to know how to deal with these things. Because we just can't most of these things we let linger around end up with us in jail. I'm just being real. Yeah, my bad. I gotta take this back, y'all.
The news at 5.
One second, because this goes back to, I hate to replay it. We'll get back to those stories. I know y'all didn't hear the Midtown story, but yeah, I hate that. It happens. Yeah, we waiting on footage for that. So yeah, but I just, I understand that these people are not in the best health mentally, like I said, but you can't play crazy, even when you are in this city. There's too many people, I guess, what is crazy? You know what I'm saying? We always end up back at this because we got the craziest news stories in the country. All right, so.
And a victory.
All right. This in the next story. Let me make sure everything's right on this. But yeah, now here's the thing with this. Not only is this crazy, not only is our next story crazy, this is on the city. 12,000 rape kits. DNA test. Just never used. 12,000 rape kits. Unused over decades of time. Now, young lady in the video, 12 years old, when she was raped by an adult man. They tested her. 20 years later, they never used the rape kits. They never even used the evidence. So, dude, the man that raped her went on to rape a dozen more women or young or girls. So it's all about accountability. They're not talking about this on the news right now. I don't know what they are talking about on the news. It's not trending in our city right now. Let's talk about this, though, because we're talking about it at the mob.
Tonight for rape victims in the city of Memphis after a circuit court judge denies an appeal from the city to drop that lawsuit. Janet Doe versus the city of Memphis allows more than 10,000 rape victims in the city to file suit. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG's Ashley Paul joins us live tonight with the very latest on this. Ashley?
Greg, Steph, lawyers and survivors we spoke with today say this is a huge victory and the first step towards getting justice many victims say they should have gotten years ago.
He hit me, told me if I screamed he was gonna kill me. I'm still screaming and kicking. He come and hit me and he knocked me out.
All right, by the way, child molestation and rape is becoming a trending thing in Memphis. So we can stop that too. We gotta, like I said, wake up. Wake up, what's going on? Hold ourselves accountable.
When I woke up, the man was on top of me having sex with me.
Samantha Shell recounts the horrific moments. She was raped 20 years ago when she was just 12 years old. Her rape kit was one of more than 12,000 kits the city of Memphis admitted they never tested for DNA.
12,000 rape kits untouched. Talk about that at the water cooler tomorrow. 12,000 rape kits untouched, right? Why?
They failed me. They didn't care about me. They didn't care about my feelings. They didn't care about my emotions.
Samantha says her rapist went on to violate 15 other women. It's a similar story for Debbie Doloff.
You go through that horrible process of having that kit taken, and it's for a purpose.
There are thousands of people in the city of Memphis with stories just like these. And tonight, these victims feel they finally have a chance to be heard.
Justice is what we need. Justice will provide some closure. Because the hardest part is what we've dealt with the city. It's not my rape.
Circuit Court Judge Gina Higgins approved a class action lawsuit involving thousands, despite efforts by the city to have it thrown out.
They still have not come up with a justification for not testing or investigating those rapes, because there is no justification.
Lawyer Gary Smith has been working with many of these sexual assault survivors for years.
To allow that to have just been so cavalierly treated has to be remedied, so it will not ever occur again.
For the victims, the suit won't undo the trauma, and it can't hold their perpetrators directly responsible, but it can give them justice.
My rape case had black dust on there. I ain't never seen no black dust before.
It's not funny, man. I'm not. Like, we keep black people, we keep it so real. It's almost like it just pierces the soul. I've never a rape kit with dust on it. Damn, Memphis. She was a child, 12-year-old girl raped. Hit the like button, everybody. Not to this story, but just the fact that we're talking about it. Everybody in the chat mob, come in, hit the like button, show their love.
I ain't never seen that before. They need to own up to what they did was wrong.
Now, the city is not commenting on the litigation, but Smith says the city will appeal, although he's confident the appeal will be denied and the suit will move forward. If the case makes it to trial, the verdict will be in the hands of Judge Gina Higgins.
What's there to deny in this case if the woman, well, I'll even say when she was a girl, she was raped. This is crazy. Yeah. I mean, what's there to not say when he went on to rape 15 women and children for that matter, because she was a child when it happened to her. I don't know how old the victims were. And so all those rape kits, the city, that a judge denies it because we know. The reason why those kits weren't tested is because of the budget. See, it's all about corruption, everyone. And the reason why those kits, they didn't use it because it cost. When you do a DNA test on that, it's expensive. It's expensive. Even for a city, but you had that many cases. See, the problem is it's too much rape going on. They're like, well, you know, who's being raped? Young black girls. By who? They're like, we don't care. I'm just being real with you, man. It's just like you can tell me, it's not like that, honey. It's not like that. It wasn't because they were black. Hey, find me another city where this type of thing happens. This story is big enough to make world news. At least like the news into the entire nation, right? Yet still, no one knows about it. It's on us to talk about this. Until we grow this platform where we're the water cooler talk. Like, that's my goal, right? Watch your source. We need trusted sources for these kind of things. Right, they did it. I see you, Jay. They definitely did something else with the money. But damn, you budgeting, you use rape kit money. Children are being raped by adult men. Damn, what kind of soul do you have to say, you know the rape kits are in there? The thing about what the news, I get pissed on. I mean, they reported it, but the news understands that who was there, who was over, who was the DA during this time, who was the chief of police during this time when these rapes, when this was going on, when this thing accumulated. But by now they're out of office. So it's just like, this happened 20 years ago. Nah, they're still here. They're still working in the government. May not even be in Memphis right now. They're still working. Their ass ought to be arrested. I gotta say that to Jay. One reason is people pick who they want to be punished for crimes they let other people slide with. Exactly. All this y'all talking about R. Kelly. If you look, I don't give one damn about that. I know it's unfortunate for anyone that was a victim to R. Kelly, whatever, but R. Kelly's a celebrity. Man, come on, bro. Who knows what they're doing? We're talking about people in the community that are affecting other people. We get too caught up in these so-called celebs and people that got money. I don't give a damn about that. You talking about that, you can go anywhere. Just say R. Kelly. He raped them girls. He wrong. Say something about the 15 to 12,000 rape kits that went untested in Memphis and all the young women and young girls that are now adults now. And another point to this is how many of those young girls and women are still out here and people that we're now dating. Some of those young girls grew up. They had children. This is a trickle-down effect. So she never got justice and she was raped by an adult man, held down. Like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, you don't think that affects her children? Those kids, if she has them, may be the ones breaking in your shit at night because she's a rape victim that never got any help for it. So she's probably not mentally stable enough to be raising children anyway. All right, so had a pop-up party downtown. They brought them donuts back. Who needs, Howard's Donuts? Krispy Kreme ain't got nothing on my boys in M-Town. They got more donuts on Winchester than Krispy Kreme ever dreamed of.
We're getting more insight tonight into the chaos that gripped Memphis City streets over the weekend. A so-called pop-up party took place as witnesses tell us dozens of cars drove recklessly through the streets. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. This all happened on the first weekend of a new safety plan downtown. WREG's Shay Arthur joins us now live downtown with the very latest on this. And Shay, how did this happen?
Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Greg. Yeah, you just said it right there. This happened the first weekend of a new safety plan where a lot of people were happy to see a larger police presence here in this area where streets were blocked off right in the area where I'm standing. Now, that pop-up party happening a mile and a half away. Dozens of people, an estimated 60 to 80, crowd the streets in the medical district. You can see the smoke in the air as cars do donuts.
You cut so many donuts that the air is filled with smoke. What the fuck? Bro, these guys, you can't play crazy. Even when you are in Memphis, you still gonna get your ass arrested because this type of behavior is insane.
And burnouts. This video captured at Union and Pauline just before midnight Saturday. Leroy Foster saw it firsthand.
I had to make a U-turn I couldn't get past here. They was all the way from here past Burger King doing donuts.
This is who I get pissed about. Like, I want to apologize to Leroy, man. I'm sorry, bro. We let you down. The younger generation, we let you down. You know, you didn't let us do this. When we were coming up and you were, in your prime, you got on our ass. And I thank you for that. We haven't held you down, and now you got to live in this and, your latter years of your life. You can't even get down the street. I mean, the older you get, time is very valuable. And you don't have time. You don't have time for, for this kind of behavior, to say the least. That's crazy, man.
We talked to him today in the same area where that reported reckless driving happened, the now scarred street filled with tire marks.
I seen the police car with the lights on, but they were still doing donuts.
Were you surprised?
No.
Why?
No, because you can look anywhere in the city, and I'm talking about in this downtown area, and you can see where they've been doing donuts. Yeah, it's a frequent thing.
He says he's been caught up off South 3rd and Mallory.
Then I got trapped on 3rd and Crop at the service station. About 100 of them come in now.
Incidents like this are exactly what Memphis police were working to curb in downtown this weekend for the first weekend of what the department calls a new pedestrian-friendly traffic control plan. Just a mile and a half away, barriers blocked off roads and added officers filled downtown following a recent mass shooting that left 8 people injured. The department's saying it will enforce a zero-tolerance policy for drag racing, reckless driving, and gunfire. The goal, eliminating pop-up parties. But apparently this weekend, the party moved.
Oh, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because some of them is hanging out the car, and some of them got video, phone video in it.
Look, Leroy can see y'all damn fools. Not y'all, because I like the chat mouth, we don't get down. But look at how his evaluation of the younger generation is like. You cutting donuts, they hanging out the window, they got the cell phone out. Man, I'm sorry, Leroy. I'm sorry. I know you're generous, like I said. Man.
I don't know the solution other than just the officers being out here,
Stephanie, Greg, take a look here. Late this afternoon, MPD responded to that video I sent them saying the Memphis Police Department will continue to monitor the downtown area and make adjustments as needed. We are committed to maintaining the safety and security of the citizens of Memphis. And
shout out to Dave Shannon. I see you, homie. I see you. Young people out of control and just crazy. Yeah. But, we're their fathers and uncles and whatnot. We gotta hold ourselves accountable, because if I thought any of this was going on with somebody related to me, wouldn't be. Man, Leroy, you see me? Leroy's just like, man, look, bro, I just want to get to my house. Sorry. Like I said, for the third time, I want to apologize to Mr. Leroy. Apologies, sir. Apologies. Yeah, but yeah, man, that is crazy. That I don't know what is it about donuts though. What is it about? It's just being rebellious because it's against the law. I think these people out of travel. If you go out of town to most cities, most major cities, U-turns are legal. I always wonder when I came back home to Memphis, I'd be like, damn, I just left Florida and we cut U-turns all day down in Florida. I'm talking about through the whole, nobody abuses it though. I mean, if you go the wrong way, cut a U-turn, get in the lane, cut, no problem. Here I come home, I was like, they won't let us do U-turn. We can't bust a U-turn in Memphis. Now I know why. If you allow that to happen in Memphis, they're gonna abuse it. They're gonna just bust U-turns for nothing. Now we already the worst driving city, topping crime, most violent, most #1 in poverty. Ooh, man. Leroy, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna clean it up, Leroy. I got you. The custodian got you. The mob, we got you. All right. Move on to the next one. There's so many stories. This is crazy right here now because I got 2 more stories I think we're gonna get into. I had something about the Covington police being racist, thinking about sharing that. But yeah, let's get into it. I want to talk too much about this because this is another insane story that's kind of a result of our community that could have been avoided. 16-year-old and his grandmother murdered. The grandmother murdered first, then the 16-year-old was found and found dead. We know 70-year-old grandmother dating a 41-year-old man had a problem with the 16-year-old or 15-year-old grandson. You see what I'm getting at? We got to hold ourselves accountable. Right. Now, let's get it.
This is breaking news.
That breaking news we're following, the news no one wanted to hear. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, within the past few minutes, confirmed police found the body of the young man on the right side of your screen. That's 15-year-old Sequavius Hoya. Now, this comes 4 days after the MPD found the body of the boy's grandmother in Westwood.
This is also where we find Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson tonight. Daniel, this is just a horrific ending to an already tragic story.
Grandmother and grandson, found dead and a week apart from each other.
Daryl and Darcy, I tell you, it's hard to wrap your head around it. As I spoke with people today, they thought that this may be a reality, that the grandson might be dead. As I looked at the story today, as we put it together, we went as though he was still missing. But just before the 9 o'clock broadcast, we got the information from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation that they had indeed found the body of 15-year-old Sequavius Hoya. Let's show you a picture of him. His aunt told me just a little while ago that he was really a young person with an old soul. He was the light of his grandmother's life. Of course, they also found her body not far from where I stand tonight. The grandmother being Aneria Turman. Police believe she was killed at the hands of her boyfriend, possibly in her house.
All right. So 70-year-old elderly woman's dating a 41-year-old man with a history of abusing women who doesn't like your grandson, but you move him in the house with you. Causes you your life and ultimately your grandson's life. I'm like, what? Are we gonna keep it real about what we're doing out here as a people? Or are we gonna continue to just point the finger? This has nothing to do with the system. But I mean, if you want to say that, but it has nothing to do with someone directly affecting you and making you make these decisions. What did you value? What did you value? Why didn't you value? I mean, we should put value on the safety of our families above companionship. I'm so sick of people putting children at risk because of companionship, because you don't want to be alone, because you want to get you some D on the regular. I mean, come on, bro. That's all they can be doing for you. I can see. Trust me. If I look him up, I understand that he probably was doing nothing. Anytime a 41-year-old man is living in a home, I mean, it's your preference, whatever, bro. But we're gonna keep it real over here. You're trying to come up on something. You didn't like the grandson, so hey, bro, man leaves. What? No real man goes into that situation. No real man goes into that situation. Why ain't you have your own shit? Why you staying with a 70-year-old woman anyway? And then they found her. It was gruesome how they found her. Let me continue, because you know me, I get worked up with these when you start affecting. But what situation? This could have easily been avoided. Hit the like button, y'all, before we get out of here. Hit the like button.
That house being not far from where they discovered both of the bodies. Now, we know that Herman Hollis Brown does have a record, a pattern of domestic violence. He has been convicted of it before. That's what our research found. I asked the grandmother's daughter, the aunt of the teen, about that relationship that her mother had with the suspect. This is what she told me. Take a listen.
She loved people and she always was trying to save people. She tried to save him.
You trying to save a 40-some-year-old man? What the? Hey, man, and it ultimately costs you and your man. This is insane. Do these people watch the news and know what's going on out here? So he had no signs of being abusive and crazy. Seriously doubt that.
But it pretty much was over with in her head, but she still wasn't going to put him out in the streets or nothing like that. But if he chose to leave, she would have been okay with that. She would have been fine with him leaving.
Did she think that he was...
Took care of everything anyway.
Did she think that he was capable of something like this?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I tell you, it was just horrific. She tells...
Of course she didn't see that coming. She didn't see him. I mean, I hope he ain't put his, if you got to murder, I'm sure you might have some history of domestic violence, because he said he had a history of domestic violence. The hell you doing around anybody, let alone a 71-year-old woman?
Me that they are still dealing with the news of all of this. Of course, they had already received the news that the grandmother had been found dead. She was found in woods right behind me. Right now, I'm at Solace and Ayers, if you're familiar with the area here in Westwood. And then just right in front of me, across the street, is where the family tells me that they found the body of that 15-year-old. I will be putting more of this story together. I tell you the details as to how they found the body of the grandmother. They are graphic, but we are working on that part of the story for Fox.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The way they found the grandmother, and it is graphic. Bro. I'm gonna have to go back. I wish we had a smaller one, but you can't play crazy, even if you are Memphis. Because his ass is crazy. And we know you kid. The news can't say because they don't know for sure. They haven't been they don't know who killed the teenage boy right now, but we all know who did that, right? No one kills a teenage kid for no reason at all. They said, I watched another clip about it. The aunt spoke and said he hated the grandson. He always had a problem with the grandson every day because you know why. Hey man, let me play the game. Move, let me smoke your weed. Oh, let me, come on man, you got my shoes on. Hey man, let me borrow $5, 16-year-old boy. Who has a problem with a 16-year-old kid, a 15-year-old kid, and dates a 70-year-old woman, bro? We know what that is. We know what that is. Taking care of him. She wants to take care of people. She wants to save so many people. Stop that, because everybody ain't to be saved, man. All right. I want to get to this before we get out of here. Woman got beat outside the club. I just thought this was crazy because it's always talking about us. And I don't know what happened, but we gotta do better, man. We just gotta do better, Memphis. We gotta do better. Let's get to it.
A woman is brutally beaten outside of a Memphis nightclub. A club employee says that she was kicked out for a reason. Hear what the victim says in a story that you will only see on Fox 13.
I wasn't even at work 2 full hours before my car got stolen.
Her first day on the job and the last time she saw her car. Hear her scary and her story, I should say, and where it all went down. A Fox 13 exclusive.
Warming up today with temperatures that are in the middle 80s right now. Temperatures go even higher.
But local at 5:30. Punched, kicked, stomped on by a group of people outside of a nightclub in Memphis over the weekend. And now the woman at the bottom of that melee is talking tonight, calling for the people involved to be prosecuted.
Fox 13's Dominique Dillon is joining us live from the Edge District tonight. Dominique, not only did you speak with the victim, but one of the people seen in that video assaulting that woman.
Yeah, he says. And then you gotta think about this. This was an adult crowd. They're gonna name the club, but 616, right? So I'm saying, like, what? How? I mean, y'all, we still record fights. I'm still, bro, like, man, I'm just not of this world anymore. We still record people fighting. I'm asking. Somebody tell me. And somebody tell me why. For likes and views on Facebook that you don't get paid for. Gotcha.
He was just helping out at the club, doing odd jobs when all of this unfolded. And he says the video only shows a fraction of what led up to that moment. The woman in the video who you see being attacked.
I want y'all to see this because I want you to see what the security guard was doing to the woman and how he justified him doing it.
She says she has filed a police report. A Saturday night of great music, dancing, and even better drinks at 616 Club in the Edge District quickly took a turn for the worse for Centricia Davis.
And you could have killed me after. People was telling me I thought you was dead.
Video shows 2 women pummel Davis with punches while she uses her hands to protect her head.
Hey, dude, y'all do understand that this hurts black people, right? Everybody that looks like those people, that hurts us when we go in and we need to get bank loans, and people judge us off the things, the images that we put out on ourselves, right? We do know this, right? We do know we need to stop recording ignorance, right? All right? Okay, I'm just reminding. I just want to make. I know everybody in the mob knows, but when I go out, it's not what I'm saying.
The person recording pushes one of the women off of Davis, but then a man wearing a tactical.
Yeah, did you see that?
Vest joins in and begins
stomping a woman. Black man stomping a woman. Black woman. Bro, I don't. Hey. Let's go to this reason, though. Let me take that back because I got to see that again. Look at this. This man got on a military-grade vest. You that pissed?
This with punches while she uses her hands to protect her head. The person recording pushes one of the women off of Davis, but then a man wearing a tactical vest joins in and begins stomping on Davis.
I don't walk around spitting on people. I teach my daughter every day, have respect for people.
Dion Lawson says she was kicked out the club, and the reason he is seen on video stomping on her outside.
After the spitting and the charging and the racial slurs and all.
I said after the spitting and the kicking and the racial slurs, I had no choice but to mud stomp her ass. Really. racial slurs thrown towards you. Sir, she's black. She is black. You do know this, right? What did she call you? Did she call you the N-word? How dare she?
The name calling, all of the cuss words, I defended myself.
Lawson says
you defended yourself from someone that's already being jumped by two other women. Since she charged you and spit on you, now you want to get in on the stump. Look at them. Hey, man. Hey, you're not law enforcement. You're club security. So when the club security, your job is done. What does stumping somebody outside the club have to do with securing the club, bro? Like, you're supposed to de-escalate the fight. You're a part of it. And then you're stumping a woman on the ground. Stomping is crazy anyway to me. I mean, you got to do some, like, touch babies in order to get stumped around here with us. But it's like, bro, you stumped a woman with your boots. I don't care how foul she is. That ain't in me as a man, bro. And then it's being recorded. Coward. Straight coward.
bouncer, he helps out wherever he is needed, cleaning up, checking IDs, and keeping order.
I was just covering it for that night. I don't work there.
He says he does not know why the two other women fought her.
There were people out there that saw her spit on me not once but twice, and also charged towards me.
Davis denies these claims. She says Lawson's story is a cover for their true motive, $1,200 cash.
And I was by myself, and I had all that money on me, and y'all took it. That was the reason to say that's why y'all jumped me like that. Y'all don't jump her.
Davis says she went to the hospital and was told she had several fractured ribs, 2 black eyes, other bumps and bruises. Now Lawson, he says he's filed a police report against Davis as well. Darcy?
That is
Man, dude is funny. That dude is funny. That dude there is funny. I don't know what happened. This is hearsay for her to say that, you know. But, ooh, another week in Memphis. Another week in Memphis. That's what I'm saying. What y'all think Leroy would have thought of that dude, that security guard? Chat, my holler at you, boy, before we get out of here. What would my boy Leroy have thought of that?
We're getting more insight.
What old Leroy would have thought? Let me get Leroy. Can I get a steal on Leroy? There we go. What would he have thought? Huh? You stomping out women. Women fighting each other, spitting on each other. The phone was out. Everything Leroy talked about. Y'all let him down too. That's what I'm talking about, Leroy. I got you. Straight coward. Y'all taking it easy on him. Trust me. Leroy would have called him, you know, something worse than that. Yeah. Before we go, I got 2 things I said. I know we have rolling up on that good hour. Y'all still rocking with your boy. I'm gonna go back to that story and get what y'all thought. And that's on the last one. Before we get to that, I want to talk about Young Dolph's son starting a clothing line. That's definitely Memphis new. I want y'all to support that. I'll be supporting it. Yeah. The King of Memphis collection, created by Trey. The King of Memphis collection created by Trey is now available. Black men deserve to grow old. Young Dolph still doing things because his son is ultimately him as well. So let's check out the shop. They got good gear though, man. It's try to support this. We got the King of Memphis unisex shirt. So yeah, just check that out. Black men deserve to grow old. I was trying to check out more clothing lines, but y'all get the idea. You know to support the young brother. Now, yeah, check that out. Young Dolph's son with the clothing line. Black men deserve to grow old. Right there. Like you said, can I get, I need somebody to send my boy Leroy chat a link, man. We got to find him. I'm sure he'd enjoy the mob, because we agree with everything you said, sir. All right. I want everybody to get this story because I wanted to leave this on y'all mind, get a little insight on it because the clip didn't play. But it's very important because your ass can't play crazy even when you are in Memphis. And because I don't want, I talk to everybody that watches the show. I don't want them to be lost on it. Here we go.
The news at 5 calls for police video to be
with a little sound before we get out of here, y'all. Right? Y'all can leave me a few comments because I love feedback from the squad, man, from the chat mob. They did okay. That clip played. Did the sound play on this one? They said it's right. Y'all let me know. Did y'all hear this earlier? We rolling it back.
Released after a 19-year-old man dies after an encounter with Memphis police. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst. The family of Courtney Ross and others gathered today to protest his mysterious death after an altercation last week with officers in Midtown. WRG's Alex Coleman tells us the family now has several demands for MPD and Chief C.J. Davis.
Please, that's not right. We need answers. I want to see how my son cried out to me.
In front of Memphis Police Department headquarters, a father's anger, heartbreak, and pain.
He wasn't nobody, he was somebody. That was my son, my heart, my everything. I just want answers.
Courtney Ross Sr. is demanding answers about the death of his son, 19-year-old Courtney Ross.
My son didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. Call me. Me. That's the person he needs.
Okay.
Ross.
All right, cool. I was just making sure. Because that was a major story. But yeah. Because I didn't want anybody to be like, man, we didn't hear that. I really wanted to hear that. And you didn't let us play. You didn't let it play out, right? Thank you, Onika, for that. Run Memphis in the building. Run Memphis Future Millionaires. That's the hat I'm rocking right now, y'all. It's my squad. We are doing some major, major things for the community that are authentic and trying to help the youth in our city. It's a day-to-day thing, day in and out, man. We're trying to actually take these roles, take on these things and try to fix our community. Yeah, so we gotta stop, man. We gotta figure it out. We got to hold ourselves accountable. And if you got anybody that's around you that's on this type of stuff, dating people, that are bringing people around, children that you know, how many times are we gonna ignore the signs? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I say this, I want to be on record of saying this. I don't know how many people in here have them, but if you got face tattoos, there's no damn way I would leave a child around you. Yeah. If you got too many piercings in your face, there's no damn way I would leave a child around you. You got your criminal record too much, ain't too right. It's no damn way I would leave a child around you. Or let alone let you into my home. Or let alone let you date someone that I care about without me saying anything about it. Yeah. It's just all about holding ourselves accountable. Now, if they listen or not, that's up to them. But if it's my decision, your ass is out of there. Yeah. No children, no innocent people, no elderly people around these people that do weird shit. We got to start holding people accountable and understanding we have to draw the line from good black people or just good Memphians, rather, and these folks that aren't representing us well as a city, as a people, and as a culture. Like I said, man, I appreciate everybody joining me at the mob. because this ain't for everybody. If you came, it's definitely for you. And we'll be here next Wednesday, 6 p.m. I'm thinking about bringing the Monday show. What y'all think about Mondays and Wednesdays? Can y'all give me that? It's too much for y'all. Because I'm jamming up a lot of news in this 1 hour. Can I get y'all for 2 hours? Can I get you maybe 30 minutes Monday, an hour Wednesday? You gotta act nice. This is Memphis. Don't nobody get on my ass. But yeah, because we got a lot of things to talk about, and we're growing, and the following is growing. And I appreciate everybody. This is your first time tuning in. Things will continue to grow and get better. As y'all can see, the chat mob is stronger. Till then, we'll be here. Might be Monday. It'll definitely be Wednesday, 6 p.m. See y'all next week. On that note, it's the mob, and we out.
In your city with them stoners, bend the corner. I'm in Portland in that foreign, that's a thong. Straight out the corner. Smoking loud from Seattle, supersonic. We on that loud. We been drinking, ain't no driver, Uber coming. About a cloud. On that moon rock, cause I'm a shooting coming. Cause I'm a star. I'm on that moon rock, so I be walking on it. Straight out the jar. In the country, out the country, I'm just country. Country grandma. Horsepower, make a nigga act a donkey. Kiss me.